So how are your missions going? Did you find a good one?
Yeah, I'm actually doing. I said to you, I'm doing this one. Almost there. Last, I think, one jump to the next one. Yep. So
Right.
that's my second stop now. HI Alban Diplomacy. Alban Diplomacy.
Elven Diplomacy. That's not Lord of the Rings, you know that, right?
No, it's Alban. Alban.
Hmm.
Shit, I forgot to scan last system. Apparently you can upgrade your grade with what's her name, one of the engineers, if you give your exploration data to her.
Felicity Farseer, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see where I should go. Why am I not getting that?
I think Anaconda's been buffed. Like, I keep getting like 200, 300,000 per Anaconda. I actually don't remember them paying that much back in 2.1. They used to be like 100, 120,000. Well, if it was like Elite one, and obviously further lances used to pay the most, but now Anacondas give some really good cash there. Me liking. Maybe I'll become a bounty hunter again.
Thing is, I do like nimble ships. Anaconda is a bit like a beached whale.
No, it isn't. You're so wrong. If you put grade 5 dirty drives, that ship can turn.
What happened to your... What did you have?
Say that again?
Corvette? What happened to your Corvette?
I still have it, and it's a fantastic ship. I upgraded it for PvP and such, like... It's an absolute lethal fortress.
Now, where am I going? Oh, it's one of these. Find me gently.
What? Fly me gently.
Find me gently.
Oh.
Alban Diplomacy. Oh crap. Ah, that was easy. I just saw it.
You know, don't quote me on this, but I think Reside's been buffed. Like, I'm getting some really good bounties here. Like,
Whoa, 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 come on, show. Open Diplomacy. I do like my new... the fact that nobody can catch me.
oh, in your... Oh, you upgraded your
Yeah.
engines.
Yes.
Thrusters.
Whoa.
Did you put dirty drives?
No. Hey, yes.
Why not?
What's the difference?
Well, dirty drives give you the best speed and the best turn in the game, right?
Why is it dirty?
You know that, right?
No, I don't. I did not know what's the difference. What's the difference between clean?
There is a massive... like, clean ones give you... well, did you even read the descriptions? Clean ones make you overheat less. Like, reduces your heat output, right?
Yeah.
Well... dirty drives increases your heat output, but as a return, it gives you just insane maneuverability. Like, you put dirty drives on an Anaconda or a Corvette, those things will turn faster than a Python. They're just insane. At the way you're able to turn with a upgraded Anaconda is just ridiculous. Anaconda and Corvettes. Cutters, not so much.
But will you not overheat or something like that? What's the penalty for it?
It's manageable because you only heat up while you're using boosters, right? So it's manageable. It's very manageable.
Yeah, on big ship like that, you would not use much boosters anyway.
Well, it depends. Obviously, against smaller aircraft, you do use boosters just to. But it's, it's funny enough when you're fighting something like a vulture or a clipper or something, and you're still managing to outturn them just because of how overpowered dirty drives are. It's just ridiculous. I think I modded my ASP and got some really good rolls on my dirty drives, and I think I can boost to something like 550 or nearly 600, something like crazy like that. What's your current boost potential?
How do I see that?
Well, boost.
It goes to 400.
Let's see what's your max.
Oh, 404.
400. Yeah, but you could do that without upgrade. So clearly those clean drives, and they're not helping you that much.
416.
It's better. To be honest, it's a very small increase because I remember.
It's only a low grade upgrade.
Well, yeah, but
I actually didn't finish.
No, I'm telling you, get yourself those dirty drives.
No, it's a low grade. I only got maybe two ranks of each. So
just why not get max ranks?
This is what I was thinking. I was thinking basically upgrading Python to the full. That whole makes sense to have a bigger ship basically too, and then swap them around. I mean, Python is not much bigger actually than ASP. Some stuff does fit between them. For example, FSD, you can swap them around. Shields, I think, is same 6A. You can swap them around.
No, but I don't think it has anything to do with the ship size. Like I would say, Beluga is something like 5 times bigger than the Python, and you can still interchange some modules. I don't think the ship size has anything to do with it,
Well, if you wouldn't put, because for example, I think it's a 6 or 5 is the power plant on ASP, and a Python is 7.
Right.
So you would not use those.
Well, yeah, but for example, as I said, Beluga is like 5 times bigger ship, but you can take, for example, a shield generator off the Python and put him on the Beluga, because Beluga only has grade 6 shield generator, right?
Python is 5, I think, or 6. No, it's 6.
No, it's most definitely 6.
Well, I put 6 on ASP as well. Bastard, you had to be. It's obscured. Oh, you.
What?
It's obscured target.
Oh. You know how to deal with that, right?
Yeah, I just got to sublight and go around it.
What do you mean sublight?
Not sublight, super cruise.
Yeah, it's still superluminal. It is technically faster than light. Well, funny enough, it is and it isn't. It uses the Alcubierre warp drive theory, right? You know that.
No.
What, you never heard about Alcubierre's warp drive?
No.
Wow. What do they teach you at school?
Not imaginary physics from Elite.
It's not imaginary, it's based on real shit. It was proposed by a Mexican physicist. it works on paper, right? It works on math, like using math, the same way that black holes were once, just invented on paper, and, only in 2015 we finally discovered them. And they're no longer considered science fiction, but Alcubierre warp drive is the same thing. Like that guy, he proposed that you can use an engine, and he provided a mathematical formula on how to do it. You could simply collapse space-time itself in front of you and expand it behind you and ride the space-time itself as a surfer rides a surfboard, right? And the funny thing is, since space-time can actually move, like for example the expansion of space-time happens faster than the speed of light, right? But it still doesn't break the laws of physics, because in the bubble itself, right, if you have an object, for example a ship, it's still moving at the subluminal speed, so it doesn't break the laws of physics.
Yeah, no, you are sublight.
So you are absolutely wrong when you're saying it's imaginary. It's just it hasn't been put into practice yet, but on paper it works.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's imaginary in the sense that it requires requires energy that, or sort of a small star system or something like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like Alcubierre himself said, you can build this engine, but you will probably need to burn our own star to make a jump. And while making a jump, right, you'll probably collect so much debris and so much energy will be generated that upon the exit, you will probably destroy the star system that you're exiting into. So it's not a very efficient way of traveling.
So you would have to be very certain that what in front you, wherever you land, is nothing there.
The energy explosion that would happen upon the exit would be equal to something like a supernova, right? And obviously, if a supernova happens, like stars in the vicinity sort of get fucked, Like, technically, you would be committing like crime against the galaxy if you would be using Alcubierre's warp drive.
And also, if you want to visit some civilization, you might as well be that struck at the same time.
Yeah, you would also be committing genocide on some occasions. So,
Well, there was possibly life here, but not any longer.
Whatever. Let the archaeologists sort it out, not our problem.
Let's go and destroy another system.
Whatever.
Well, same like a warp drive is actually physically possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just requires unbelievable amount of energy, which not even a stupid antimatter engine on an Enterprise would be able to do.
Right. It has. Antimatter is also one of those, proven just on paper things, right? It never has actually been observed.
No. Antimatter has been produced.
Oh, was it?
Yes. They produced few grams of it.
Right.
No, it exists. Positron, for example.
Right. No, actually, yeah, you're right. I was actually reading an article about, or was watching a documentary about the Big Bang, right? And they said that once, like in the first minutes and seconds when the Big Bang happened, right? There was so much matter and so much antimatter created at the same time, right? They just simply obliterated itself, right? And
yes.
whatever we are right now, and whatever physical matter is still left in the universe, was a mathematical inconsistency, because technically it shouldn't have happened. Because on paper the Big Bang produced the same amount of matter and same amount of antimatter, and they say that I don't remember exactly how, but the Higgs boson was involved in actually the creation, in this discrepancy, right? That left more matter than antimatter in the universe. Like, I think that's why they called it the God particle, because it sort of is responsible for everything we see, right?
That's not what I heard about Higgs boson.
No, there's more things in the there's
it
more.
creates a field that
It is.
Enables basically mass to be
What Higgs boson does in particular, right? It gives electron its spin, right? Like the most fundamental thing that it does, yeah? It spins the electron. It either gives him the left spin or the right-handed spin. Funny enough, like the universe is right-handed or left-handed, and a lot of things in it as well. But this was also the reason of this energy creation, right? Well, because it does.
It's also called a half spin.
Yeah, it's true.
It was also said something about that antimatter is more unstable than a matter. This is why it's been. This is why it's been. And something about energies, the difference in energy required to exist are different, and this is why matter has basically annihilated antimatter.
The reason they came to a conclusion that a field like this would exist, right, was because of that matter and antimatter discrepancy that we currently have in the universe, right?
Yeah, I know a bit from electronics about quantum properties of electron.
I absolutely love quantum physics. I've been studying them like crazy for no apparent reason, but I've been studying them like crazy for the last year, to be honest.
Certain stuff only started to make sense to me on when we were doing solid
Doing what?
physics. Solid state electronics.
Oh, okay.
Is from, do you know, no two electrons can occupy the same energy level.
Say that again?
And no two electrons can occupy the same energy level. Unlike, for example, photons can.
Okay.
Photon is a full spin, electrons are half spin.
Right.
So they're mutually exclusive. And this is why when you look at the electrons and you look at the atom, you find them basically in different, they live in a different sort of like an onion, in a different energy barriers between them. And for example, to basically have a electron at a certain level, it needs to have certain energy at that level. As soon as it loses the energy, it drops below. But it can't if there is another electron actually occupying the level below.
Isn't that how quantum tunneling happens? Like...
tunneling is... you're asking me now to remember my solid state physics.
Well, quantum tunneling happens, the quantum particles, they have no properties until they are observed, right? But in this state they still manage to interact with each other, so sometimes they can push themselves, like...
Oh yeah, that's definitely...
For example, imagine a nucleus, right? And an atom, like in the middle, right? Sort of vibrating, bouncing off the walls, right? But in some cases, because it has like super existence, it exists in pretty much multiple states. What happens? Sometimes it leaks out of the nucleus, right? Out of the molecule, and just simply flies the fuck away from it, right? So it just teleports from inside to outside and just escapes the molecule. And you know what that describes? Funny enough, that describes radiation. That's pretty much a long-winded way of saying that's how radiation works.
Yes, you can have. One is depends on what escapes. Is it electron, proton, or some other? It's called alpha, beta, gamma, radiation, whatever. One depends which electrons, for example, are. One of them is not bad because it only penetrates skin deep. It gets stopped very easily. And then the others are.
Alpha can be stopped by paper, like a hand.
Yeah.
Beta can be stopped by plywood and aluminum. And for gamma, you need something like 3 meters of concrete to even attempt to stop it.
Yes, because
It's the one that gets to you.
the worst one is neutron one, apparently, because
Right.
neutron is nothing to stop it.
Right.
You would need basically, like you say, you would need a massive amount of concrete or water or something that will hit it, and
Or lead.
yeah, just so neutron bomb is the worst. But apparently, what is the guy say? We have a particle physics guy at work, who is he's doctor
Really?
of particle physics, and he says something like that, and you. Then I remember for while he's talking, and I forget it. Something about further you are from the, you actually want to be too close to possible to a blast.
Right.
Like something like I can't remember. Something about the absorption of the neutron, whatever. I'll ask him tomorrow if I can remember.
Right.
But yeah, particle physics is very. Whoa.
It's interesting. It's actually incredible. Like from the last, like from whatever they learned in the Large Hadron Collider in the recent years, right? Like scientists are pretty much now certain that we don't live in a physical based universe as we previously thought of, right? We always thought that it's, just matter and physical things, physical objects, right? But every single thing in this universe is wave based. You are wave based, I am wave based, the controller that I'm holding is wave based. And it's basically what it is. It's you know how those particles, right? They exist and at different states, right? Like whatever that is physical is a conversion, like of those. Look, okay. There is no easy way to explain quantum physics, but basically imagine there is a gate, right? A gate. Like imagine, you know how you have those gates on the prison cells, right? Those grated things with bars.
I know you're trying to tell me about. Okay, I'll leave you to explain.
So imagine you submerge that into water, right? And water passes through it, and you get ripples on the other side, right? They did an experiment, right? So they took a sheet of paper with 2 holes in it, right? And they shined a torch through it, light through it. And on the other side, they had a very similar conversion of light, the way that you would get water ripples, right? In the previous scenario that I described, right? But the most interesting bit, right? If they fired a single photon at a time, the pattern then came to be the same as just shining a torch, right? So you get all of the photons shining at once. Or if you take one photon at a time and pass it through those holes, in the end you get the same result, right? So what happens is those particles seem to be predefined. Like it's the whole thing, when Einstein say like, "Oh, I fucking refuse to believe that God is playing dice with the universe," right? It seems to be very much the case.
I know what you're talking about, by the way. It's called a wave function. They did probability studies.
Right.
And they've shown like you say, one single proton, one single photon in a certain place.
Right.
And the pattern eventually emerged exactly the same as the original.
Exactly the same, yeah.
But it's the fact that electron, for example, you can only predict, you only have probability where it will be. You cannot observe it until you can only observe what's electron done.
Right.
Not actually, so it becomes a particle after it's been observed.
After it's been observed, yeah.
Prior to that, it's actually a wave.
And that's the way they actually explain that we are living in a wave-based universe, because every single particle, every single quantum particle is acting the same way, right?
Yes.
At the same time, it is living in multiple states, as if it was living in the past, in the present, and in the future. It knows where it will go and where it will end up. Right? It actually asks some very, existential questions. For example, is there free will in the universe? Because currently, like, judging by math, there apparently isn't, because every single particle already knows. The second it comes into existence, right? It knows exactly where it will end up, right? And it's, to us, the observers, right? We just see it rippling through, right? But just, for example, just the way that photon is born in a star, for example, right? And we see it traveling at the speed of light towards its destination, right? Because we are the observers, and the universe and everything in the universe can agree that that photon has a travel time. It is traveling towards its destination. But for the photon itself, right? The very second it's born, it already reached its destination. For example, if it was born on a star, and it's bound to end up on your face, right? The second it was born, for it, there is no journey time. There is no travel time. It was born and ended up on your face pretty much immediately.
No. I don't know. Where'd you get that from?
The answer you're looking for is yes. Because that's the way the speed of light works. That's the reason why nothing in our universe can travel at the speed of light. It's just a mathematical impossibility, and the universe will simply not allow it. Only some, particles like... radiation obviously can travel at the speed of light and stuff like that, but...
Actually, they think the neutrinos can do faster than speed of light.
Neutrinos are parts of...
And also, quantum entanglement works faster than speed of light.
Yes, it does, but the problem with quantum entanglement is that... what is the problem with quantum? You see, you can't really use them to transmit information. That's the problem.
No, but Einstein said nothing can travel faster than speed of light.
Look,
and until his death, he has refused.
Look, it's I think you're misunderstanding a little bit, right? Because, for example...
No.
Look, let me give you an experiment, right?
It's been proven.
No, let me propose you an experiment, right? Let's say you take your finger and put it in front of you, right? Let's say you take an incredibly strong flashlight, right? And you shine it on your finger, so it creates a shadow on the moon, right? You're imagining.
Yeah, we're not talking... I'm not talking about normal properties.
No, but listen to me. If you move the finger, right, the shadow across the moon will travel at much faster than the speed of light. So you created something that travels at faster than the speed of light. The problem is that you can't transfer and deliver information faster than the speed of light, and that's what Einstein meant.
I'm sure he was basically saying that nothing, even information in his mind, he said.
But quantum entanglement is the same thing. Yes, it's possible, but you can't really use it you can't really use it to transfer information, and technically
no,
it doesn't. That's why it doesn't break the rules of physics.
If two particles are created in the same time in the same condition, they basically behave in the same way. And if you take them apart further enough,
well, you can't do that. You can do that.
Yes, you can, and they've done that, and they've done that, and the time it took to transfer, the impulse, it was, I don't know how many nanoseconds is between two places, and it. Yes. Doesn't have to be much energy. No. Quantum entanglement simply means that two particles basically are entangled, i.e. they have a. If you do one thing to one particle, it will, at wherever it is the other, its pair, it will basically have the same effect on its part. Doesn't matter how far it is. Almost instantaneous. It just means they have to be created under the same conditions.
Yeah, but I think you saw that. You saw that experiment you're talking about in Star Wars or something.
No, look it up. Entanglement is nothing special. And I said, they separated. It usually happens when you smash protons together, whatever, and obviously that's the same condition.
Right.
Oh, photons are the easiest, because photons can occupy obviously the same energy level, and they'll basically pretty much be entangled together, like a laser.
I'm actually not sure, so I can't argue now without doing research. But I heard different things about it.
I don't know if they lied about it, but they done an experiment where they took these two particles apart and basically subjected one particle and the other particle. They measured the time it took, and the basically time it took to respond between them was faster than the speed of light. So therefore, the entanglement information was faster.
But you can't really. You see, the problem is you can't really separate them. You can't really place them one at one part of the universe.
No, of course not. It's I'm just reading on Wikipedia.
Right, tell me. Because now I'm generally interested, right?
It says the paradox is that the measurement made on either of the particles apparently collapses the state of the entire entangled system, and does so instantaneously. Yeah, I remember now. You know the particles, if they're created together, they are waves, isn't it?
They are, yeah.
Until observed.
Right.
So you have two particles, they're created as waves. The minute you observe one, the other one also collapses.
Right. Well, that makes sense, yeah.
So they're basically, you know, created immediately into particles. And apparently, before any information about the measurement result could have been communicated to the particle.
That's right, that's right.
Assuming that information cannot travel faster than light, and hence assures the properties outcome. So, mystery of time. Well, there are people basically saying that because nothing can travel faster than the speed of light, must be another dimension in here at play, which holds information.
Listen, can you do me a favor? Can you open up Wikipedia about the photon and about its birth and final destination? Because if there is an article about it, you'll find it interesting. Because
I don't know, everything I know about physics and electrons, it tells me that the photon simply travels speed of light.
But it does to the observer.
It can have
the way the speed of causality works, right? For the photon itself, there is no travel time. Travel time is only agreed upon by the observers, like us and everybody else in the physical. Well, I say physical, wave-based universe. It's the new hipster term. But for the photon itself, there is no travel time.
Well, that would be from a relativity. That will be. That would be from a relativity theory of relativity.
Yeah,
because if something travels the speed of light for its time, as it doesn't fly, there's no passage of time for something that travels the speed of light. Therefore, for it's instantaneous.
It is, yeah.
For us, isn't, because we are the one observing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's the theory.
Well, that's what I said, didn't I?
Yes, but it's a matter of relativity.
Okay.
But it still travels the speed of light.
Well, for the observers, right?
It's just yes, we are the observer.
Right.
And for us, travels the speed of light.
Okay.
But it still travels the speed of light. It still takes 8 minutes from light from the sun to comes to us.
No, but for the photon, there is no travel time. There isn't.
Not for photon, no. But for us, it does.
Yeah, but that's what I said, and you said no, it can't be like that.
Actually, it travels near the speed of light. Because nothing can travel at speed of light. It's near too. And obviously the speed of light
hold on a second.
changes depends on what's coming through.
Well, it
depends on the medium it's running through.
but in vacuum it does travel at the speed of light. Or at the speed of causality, to be the correct term.
Well, you still have a space dust.
So?
It's not really
true. But we're not...
true vacuum.
What the fuck are you talking about? We're not putting it in practice, we're putting it in... We're putting it in on paper, right?
22,000 light years. That must be in the middle of nowhere.
No, that's literally the center of the galaxy. Like, literally.
Possibly. Ooh, business.
Good luck with that. Like, I found that the best passenger missions are the ones that are just A to B, right? Take a passenger there, deliver him there. Like, all of those 3-part ones, like, visit this and visit that, they just take too long, in my opinion. Like, so...
I love this one. Oh, this is not good, bad one.
What does it say?
No, it is bad one. It is bad one. It's 1,000 light years.
Right.
Sorry. No.
Well, 1,000 light years is not that bad. It's like what? It's like 30 gems or something in the Beluga.
So, well,
It's not.
in mine as well.
It's not awful. How much does it pay?
It's not, well, it's not every jump 30. Some of them has to go less than that.
Right.
Because, not always you can find, you know, the maximum jump. Sometimes it has to go around and backwards and whatever.
Right. So and what are you using for passenger missions? Which ship?
Asp.
Oh, the Asp Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you can do like, do you have the upgraded FSD?
Yeah.
So you can do like, what, like 40 per jump?
No, 31.
31, wow, your Asp just sucks, dick.
It does. I'm not about this upgrade, really.
Well, why don't you get the grade 5 one?
Means I have to spend upgrading.
So, isn't that the point of the game?
Don't know. I had materials and then this shit had to destroy my ship and then I lost my materials. I'm not that bothered anymore.
You don't lose materials, what are you talking about?
No materials.
Commodities.
The thing is, for certain commodities, for certain stuff you need to run around with commodities in.
Yeah.
As soon as you do, you become a target.
Okay.
Because you have stuff in your...
Well, obviously you... What the fuck are you talking about? So the way you do it, right? You leave commodities for last, obviously, and then go buy them at a station or something, and then go upgrade. Don't run around with commodities, obviously.
Yeah, especially the ones that have to be mined only.
Which ones?
That was the ones.
Which ones can...
It was... I can't remember on top of my head. You engineers... What was it they needed? Bloody hell.
Concentrate.
Something with
Prasidonium, but that's a material, that's not a commodity. Yeah, I know, it's called Prasidonium, and it's not a commodity, it's a material.
Yes, and it can be only mined.
Well, no, it can be found on planets, which is the easiest way to do it.
Or mined?
Well, mining is hard.
It's in you have to find a planet with metallic thingy.
Right, and well, it's not exactly that. It's wait, hold on a second. Is precedent like actually now I'm a bit confused. Let me just.
It says by mining only.
Really? Then
look it up.
Then I am completely lying. Prasidonium.
So if I go to elite and I go in dangerous thingy and I go one of them is, I don't know. See, mining. It is rare minimum, you cannot buy it, you can only buy mining.
Right, Prasidonium. Hold on a second, I actually have... yeah, you're right, what was I mixing it with? There's another material with a similar... Fine! First time in 27 years I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Right, hold on a second, Prasidonium... What the fuck, I thought I even had what the hell? I thought I even had a bookmark for it, but
that's for FSDs and what else needed? Anyway, I was wanting to get level 3 FSD and I couldn't find these stupid whatever they call third thing, magnetic shit, whatever it's called.
Magnetic emitter coils. Do you mean magnetic emitter coils?
No. Come on, computer. Blueprints. is it for shield something, whatever? Because I was going to the same person and I thought, same engineer, I'm gonna pick the both in what I need and go to the same guy, you know, I don't have to go twice.
Right.
And that was okay until this stupid bug happened and then...
Well, you
Hey.
say bug, but...
Modular terminals.
Oh,
Modular terminals.
Modular terminals are fun, and you. Well, technically, I don't think you can easily get modular terminals at all now because the mission boards are completely fucked, right? And until you know, until a patch,
Exactly.
until a patch comes out, it's a bit, you know, good luck with that.
And I was looking for the missions first, but once I spent ages trying to find a mission that gives me modular terminals. And apparently for some of them you have to spend finding 25 of them or something.
Right.
And I go, oh crap, if I can't find one, how am I gonna find 25?
Yeah. Whew, yeah, that one.
Ah!
Hmm?
What did I just say? Sorry?
So,
Ah, I need a rank of Tycoon.
Tycoon.
Wow, thank you very much.
Well,
I found modular terminals 4.
right.
I just find a mission and you need to be Tycoon to do it. Yay!
Well, how much money?
Thank you.
How much money are you sitting on currently?
200 million.
200 million. Are you about to buy your Anaconda then?
No.
Why not?
Meh.
Meh. What? You don't want your Tinaconda?
Maybe in the future. At the moment,
What made you change your mind?
well, it costs lots of money to upgrade, and I don't have that kind of money yet.
Well, to be completely honest, by the state that the game is currently in, right? I think it's actually better just to do passenger missions, because passenger missions, right? If you are allied with a station, you can get some really good ones, like 5 million per delivery, 2 million per delivery, like, you know, for a few jumps, right? But you have to be allied with a station.
But this is why I'm having an ASP which can run 30 light years easily.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic for this.
Unfortunately, it's a very low count of passengers, unless you want to lose your shields or something like that instead of a cabin, things like that. So what I'm doing is I'm basically put 6 shields and I put 5 scoop, you know, so it scoops very quickly.
To be honest, do you even need a scoop? I
do, yes.
I know on the Beluga actually you can go around without a scoop.
Because the tank is very small.
Oh yeah. Well.
So see, like this one, it wouldn't be bad. Some of them I'm not friendly with, so I can't get it. The others that I'm friendly with, it requires like a 7 economy or whatever, and I only have... I wonder if you can buy more than one.
Buy what?
And do they add up? Cabin. Well, you have to only have one cabin at a time.
Well, on my Beluga I have like 300 or something. Well, I'm obviously exaggerating, but I do have like 5 or 6.
But do they add up?
No, it's well, technically one cabin is one party, right? For example, if you have 3 guys and you have 4 slots, right? You put those 3 guys in 4, like in a cabin with 4 slots, right? They will take the entire cabin, right? They won't let anybody else step in it, right? But it's basically like the more rows you have, like let's think of it like this: one cabin is 1 row, right? And the more rows you have, the more missions you can accept. But it's usually 1 mission per row or 1 mission per cabin, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So basically, 1 extra cabin means you can take 1 extra, you know, mission. Which is not bad, actually. In something like a Beluga, you...
See if I... It's a cabin capacity of 2.
Right.
If you buy two little one. I assume that will not add to 6 or whatever, you can only get 2.
No.
What's the point of having 2?
No, I'm telling you, like if you get a you can have an extra mission that basically says, you know, carry to.
I know what you're saying.
Mm.
I'm just thinking if you can combine 2 cabins into accepting more people.
No.
Like, you can spread them across 2 cabins.
No, you can't. You can't. Well, at least, well, actually, I'm not really sure because I know you can't with luxury because, you know, VIPs, whatever. But with the economy cabins, you probably can actually. I would actually advise you to check because I'm actually interested in it.
Well, okay, I'll. Oh, 2C. I can get 4 more people. No, it's a fuel tank. Shit, another fuel tank. Passenger cabins. 2E. Buying options. Boy. Okay. So technically speaking, I have now 5 passengers, I think.
Right.
Capability. No, 6. So if I'm having a passenger of 5, see if I have ability to access.
No, totally for science, you should buy another cabin and see if you can combine economy passengers. I would definitely like to know that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying not. Oh. Nah, that's the 55 light years. It's too much jumps.
55 light years
3
is
jumps.
it's too much for you. What?
No, for 821,000.
It's not bad.
Still will take me. Still will take me a while to get there, and I can't be
Like,
asked for that kind of money.
3 gems will take you. Hmm.
Oh, what was this? That's not bad. 1.8 million.
Right. By the way,
What's so special about this one?
which station? Be careful that they're not like criminal mastermind and wanted. You can get fucked up and by a station if they scan you. And there's actually a bug now as well that if you have a guy who's wanted on your ship, right, and
No, it's not. It says low value target.
yeah, but let me finish.
Low abiding.
Hold on, let me finish. If you have a wanted guy on your ship and a station notices it, right, it can one-shot you. Like the first shot it shoots at you will just blow up your ship. It's a bug. And it's an awful crazy bug. So be careful with that, right?
Yeah. This one's 1.8 million, but requires 4 different places.
It's gonna take you an hour or something, probably.
I know, what time is now? Oh shit. Oh well, big cabin.
By the way, which station are you in at the moment?
Ray Gateway.
Oh, the same one as yesterday.
Yeah.
And are you allied with the faction there?
Yes.
Oh, so it's giving you like the best possible, right? Missions.
Yes.
Good girl.
Yeah, what are they called? They're called the Brotherhood of Dark Circle.
Interesting. Isn't that like a reference to Skyrim or something?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it is.
Anyway, I'm launching. I have a jumps to do.
How many jumps?
2 for first.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, when you You can jump 30 at a time, it's nothing. But this is why I want to upgrade my Python, you know, so that I can actually take more people, and that was my idea. And I do have upgraded thrusters and engine, whatever, on ASP as well.
You're gonna carry people in a Python.
Why not?
That's the most unluxurious thing I can probably imagine. It's like this fucking...
Well, is it? ASP is more.
No, but well, at least ASP is a little bit sleek, you know, it's a little bit elegant. Like, to carry passengers in a Python is just like, imagine like, you call a taxi and the guy, and a guy just comes there in a tank or something, you know?
In a Humvee.
Yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger just up like, come with me now. Like, what?
But this feels safe.
You
know, armored vehicle comes along. I'm going, where am I going?
Come with me if you want to live. Like, what? I just called for a taxi.
Please don't hurt me.
Listen to me. You have to go down. They're trying to kill you. What? But for fuck's sake, I just want to go home.
I'm going to a party.
What? Can't hear you. Speak up.
So I'm going to a party.
Alright.
Not to a shooting squad. Sorry, I'm going to a party, not a rubber bank.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
Yes.
Ever thought about stand-up comedy?
I fell on a funny bone.
Here's that cricket again in the background.
Cricket bat.
No, cricket in the background, just like in the movies, when somebody says something stupid. You know?
Ooh, I'm already there. Incoming critical mission message. HR 5529 visitor beacon. Well, I know where that is.
Bloody hell, these anacondas are getting some serious cash actually.
This is when they have been synced to your panel, Commander. Target body, Huaweng DE1.
Who?
Okay. Huviang.
That's racist.
Planets. Who's racist?
You're racist. Like, your attempt at pronouncing that name was just so racist.
Rubbish. It's just my rubbish pronunciation.
Yeah. It was...
How can your pronunciation be racist? You can either pronounce it or you can't. Unless you try to pronounce something with your German accent.
With my German accent?
Yes, Schwarzi.
Schwarzenegger was not German.
Austrian, still speaks German.
Well...